This is my final video of my terrarium. I never did get it to vivarium or even paludarium. Well, paludarium or even, but this is what it looks like currently. I guess I should describe it. I don't remember off the top of my head what all these plants are, but most of them are doing okay. I'm not smart enough to figure out, or don't have time to figure out, why some of them look like they're burned. I can't figure out if they've got too much water, too little water, or what's going on. But this is what it looks like. It's one of the reasons I'm giving up on it. I had originally planned on, better show you my skull. I got a skull in there. Yeah. So all these plants were put in here so that I was going to get a crested gecko, and that kind of fell through. So this is what it is. We're getting around here over to the water feature. That's my feeding dish for the crested gecko I never acquired. There is my water feature, and I will try to take a better picture of that because it flows out of this piece of moss covered, or hopefully eventually it'll be moss covered. That's the other thing. Some of my moss is doing really great, and some of it is turning brown, and I don't know if that's a seed reflection kind of thing, or it going to seed, going to spores or whatever. But some of it is nice and green and growing strong, and yet underneath it there is some brown. So like down here on that piece of moss near the water feature, it is either getting too much water or it's gone to seed. So anyway, the water feature falls down, comes down, falls into my bottom area, which is the aquarium, which I haven't cleaned ever. I have taken some squeegees, which I'll include in this package, with squeegees with I've done the glass and stuff, but I haven't actually vacuumed the gravel. I have a vacuum gravel with it that will go with it. The lighting is pretty cool. It's Fluval, and it does just about most things you'd want it to do. Right now I have it set on a dual timer. The dual timer allows me to set it up for 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of night. So there is the lower red numbers are the dual timer. Above that is my temperature hygrometer gauge, and I haven't fixed the wiring yet and tucked them away, but all part of the process. There you see some of the extras, different squeegees and stuff I've got. Like I say, the Fluval does a number of things. It will, you can adjust the color range of it. It simulates cloudy days, stormy days. It'll do lightning and stuff. If we've got enough time here, I'll show you that. And then I've also, on the other side of the timer, the other side of the dual timer, it's got little night lights that are just very dim, on the thought that, you know, some species of fish and geckos, like many nocturnal animals, needs a little bit of light. So that's what that provides, but it only provides it for a short period of time. I think I've got it set up for the daylight is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The darkness is from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but there is a period of moonlight in there that is, I think it's still set to 4 hours. It might be set to 6 hours. So it's like it comes on at 9 o'clock and goes to, actually I think it goes to 3 or 4 in the morning. I would have to check that, but there is the remote control for the dual timer. Some of the other goodies I've got for this are in these drawers. It includes chemistry, all kinds of extras, things I didn't use, like this fake plant on that I've got stuck to the side of the terrarium, just hanging down the wall. It's totally useless. But I've got these other accoutrements, really nice water testing kit, more squeegees and stuff. I've got some, and this stuff is to help the bacteria in your aquaria get started. I even have some fish food where I had planned to get some fish. I've got some of this stuff that's, if I can get that to read right, it's going to take some major editing. That's my iron, and this is, it's called Flourish, and it just dumps a lot of stuff in there, including some carbon dioxide. So there's my vacuum pump, still in the case. I got a little net, I got extra little bottles and stuff. This doesn't go with it, and I might even keep some of my, well, no, these, I've got some aquaculture stuff here as well, that for trimming grasses if I ever got them to grow, that kind of thing. But so that's available, that's all in the kit. I have extra water pumps. The clear with red top container is for mixing food for a gecko. The extra Velcro doesn't go. I can probably throw in some of these. I bought a whole bunch of wire management stuff that I can always use, but I don't need for this, but I haven't used for it. So if you need a few of those, we can work out that. I even got some food for my proposed gecko. It's this Pangea. I've got 2 flavors of it. I got a little extra silicone. I got a loop. I got a scale. I think I've got just everything you'd need to do a really elaborate crested gecko setup. And of course, it's just the way I've set up this terrarium. It's actually the way, the reason I bought this size. If I was going to do a leopard gecko, I would get a tank that is wider and not as tall as this one, because I got tall because crested geckos are arboreal, meaning they climb trees, and I needed room for plants to grow. So that's what that's about. This is turning into a really long video, so I was going to show you some things about the Fluval. Let's see if I can do this and videotape at the same time. I guess I should have got out a tripod. So right now it's on one of the daylight modes, and so I'll probably just try to show you the really good ones. So this is one of the lightning modes, and what I do is I set it to I have an app on my iPhone that plays forest sounds, and one of the forest sounds you can get is a thunderstorm. So I had planned on, if I ever use this, I don't think I ever would really, except on rare occasions, I would use that. So it does that kind of thing. There's at least 3 different settings for that. I'll give you the model number of this Fluval so you can look up exactly what it does. There's just kind of a bright cloudy day, and you can go all the way down to different colors of that cloudy day. And if we take the time, you would see this fluctuate very slightly up and down for that. It's got some night modes which I don't use because they are too bright for a gecko, and they're probably not the right color needed for the plants. Not that my solution is any better, it's just that it is a solution. So that's a night mode, and you know, it's got some memory functions, it's got some adjustments. You can set it up how you want. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to put it back to its normal mode now, if I can remember what that is. And I can hit the remote and the sensor, which is kind of a problem. So this is the way it's going to have to be until I figure out if I even hit the right button. So at some level, I've out-engineered myself. So if you're interested, give me a call. Thanks. Bye.